Not all water bottles were created equal. The team at Camelbak have just released these blinged out titanium bottles, and they're quickly becoming a favourite of mine for more than one reason. I've just returned from a trip across Romania, through Bulgaria and into Turkey, and I thought I'd use this as an opportunity to put these bottles to the test. I've been using Camelbak's standard podium insulator bottles up until now, and to be honest, they've actually performed really well. Now, when I'm riding, I'm one of those people that enjoys drinking cold water, especially during summer. And when I'm training hard, the idea of drinking warm water just puts me off from wanting to drink it all. I'm not going to geek out and test water temperatures here across different bottles, because I think at the end of the day, a real world experience is worth more than that. Now, I tested these bottles across a 10-day period, with temperatures ranging from 17 degrees Celsius through to 48 degrees Celsius. Experimented with standard tap water, cold drinks from local stores, and refrigerating my bottles the night before. First things first, these bottles work. They keep the contents cold for an extremely long period of time. Now, my rides over this period maxed out at 6 hours, and to be fair, the water inside never lasted that long because I was drinking it. But at the 4-hour and in one or two instances 5-hour mark, the water was still cold. In the middle of summer, this is seriously impressive stuff. Now, the downside to this is that when the water's cold, I did find that I wanted to drink more of it. But that's not really a complaint, and rather a positive of the bottle's ability to keep the contents enticing in the middle of sweltering Bulgaria. On that topic, where these bottles differ from a standard soft bottle is you can't squeeze them. I was a little skeptical of this to begin, because there's nothing like wanting water and having to suck it through a tiny straw. Now, this is where these bottles really did shine. Drinking from them is effortless. Kinda hard to explain, but when you suck on the nozzle, the water flow rate is seriously good. There's almost more water available through these than there is a standard bidon. Camelbak does use a system that involves a straw, but the water doesn't have to travel through it. Rather, it acts to allow the continuous flow of water through the bottle nozzle. And at no point did I ever find myself wanting more water flow than what was available. Almost all Camelbak bidons come with a lockout on the top cap now, allowing you to lock the flow of water for bumpy roads. And on these bottles, I did use that feature, especially when the roads were more rough, as there isn't an internal valve that stops the water from coming out the top of the bottle, if that makes sense. These 500ml bottles weigh 240 grams, and they do only come in a 500ml configuration at this point in time, and this is a bit on the heavier side. But you know what? I've personally never really cared about weight, especially considering I weigh 80 kilos and I'm out there riding all day. I'm looking for convenience, compliance, and speed, all packaged together. And so the small weight penalty doesn't really bother me. These bottles are expensive. They come in at €120 a bottle, but they're also certified sustainably green. And I imagine that where your standard bottle lasts for 1 year, these will last 10, if not 15 times the length of that if you continue to wash them. They're a class addition to the bike, matching the silver highlights on my Red-Bat SL8, and I do honestly feel really good about drinking out of them. I would love to see them in a 710ml capacity, similar to the standard insulator bottles from Camelbak, and I imagine it's just a matter of time before we see them pop up on the shelves. For long distance summer riding, this would be a game changer. I'm yet to test the bottles in cold weather with hot contents, but we'll put another video together on that when the time comes. For those that want a slightly more affordable option in that bigger capacity, there is actually a stainless steel version available in a 650ml offering. And these are said to keep the water cold for up to 14 hours, which is insane. They do weigh a little bit more at 350 grams, but I'd love to give these a go and see how they perform. Like I said, the weight doesn't really bother me. So there you go. Are the Ti bottles on your Christmas list? I'd love to know any experiences you've had with insulated bottles today. I hope this review has been insightful and helpful.